I know how honored Joe is to be included with such a distinguished group of past and present individuals whom have received this award, particularly the late Don Ball, who did so much for those with so little. Thank you, Mrs. Ball, so much. On our approach to Lexington last night, I looked down to see the dots of light from streets and houses, lights that link us to our friends, our neighbors, and our communities. At times, these are lifelines. I couldn't help but think of coal, Appalachia, Joe Kraft. As many of you in the room already know, for the past 20 years, Joe has enjoyed enormous commercial success, building Alliance Resource Partners into the 5th largest coal company in the nation, the 2nd in eastern part of the United States, and number 1 in Kentucky. His success as a businessman, community leader, and devoted family man are the reasons he's being honored here tonight. To avoid sounding like an analyst call, let me cut to the chase. Alliance makes 8 times as much money as it did when Joe and his partners at Beacon purchased MAPCO 19 years ago. Sales have grown to $2 billion, and the company is worth 12 times as much with a market cap of $2.5 billion. Not bad for a guy from one of the neediest places in Kentucky, Hazard, Kentucky. How did this happen? After all, Joe's just a guy who's got coal dust in his veins, who became an accountant, who became a lawyer like his dad, his grandfather, and his great-granddad, who worked for a couple of coal companies, who then struck out on his own to chase the American dream. A simple answer might be he assembled a great team of partners and associates. He ran a disciplined business and caught a break with a decade-long run up in coal prices. Simple, yes. Accurate, no. The real answer is that he is a serious, inspiring leader. He knows the art of saying no while preserving a yes attitude in the minds of his associates. He inspires loyalty and affection in those who work with him. And as France's first Minister of Cultural Affairs said, the first duty of a leader is to make himself feel loved without courting love, to be loved without playing up to anyone, even himself. Joe has remained one of the kindest, most thoughtful, most modest people you will ever want to meet or work for. The folks at Alliance love him. You can see this evening by the Alliance Coal group that are here. Thank you all very much for supporting Joe. And he's still Joe Kraft from Perry County, Kentucky. What other qualities does Joe possess that have served to make him the extraordinary leader that he is? Stamina. The stamina to pursue excellence, the stamina to pursue what is right. Integrity. He does what he promises and he delivers when he says he will. Passion and compassion. A passion for competition, for winning, whether it's on the field for Mark Stoops or in Cal's court. Mentor. To Melvin, to Anthony, to John, to DeMarcus, and all of the Craft Academy students. Educating. Craft Academy, Morehead State University, Alice Lloyd College, Pikeville College, Tulsa University, the University of Kentucky, and the George W. Bush Foundation, just among others. Faith. Joe has faith in God, he has faith in his team, he has faith in his family, and he has faith in himself. The list could be longer, but it would resemble the Boy Scouts law, you know, kind, cheerful, thrifty, brave, etc. Did I mention he's smart and hardworking? He is such a devoted husband, and I want you to know he is a most impressive first spouse to Canada. He is a dad between 6 children, between the 2 of us. He is pops to 11 grandchildren. He is caring and he is consistent. He is generous and he is genuine. He's all those things and more. From the public to the personal, Joe is someone that is both engaged and engaging. I can speak to the public man, but there's no one I admire more than the private man, the man that is my husband, Joe Kraft. It's your turn.
Thank you, Your Excellency. That was amazing. Speaking of amazing, awesome. Brian, thank you so much for what you've done, celebrating job creators and entrepreneurs and being an inspiration for people that care. Look at this room. You got to feel really good about what you've done. Thank you so much for that. And I want to thank everyone for being here. It is a humbling experience, and it's quite an honor. You saw the pictures of 30 plus, and you saw the people on the stage, and it is like you say. I mean, they set a standard and an example for me as I was growing up in Hazard, Kentucky, and I sat on the corner. If you want to go to Google Earth and zero in on Parkway and Kentucky Boulevard, you'll see a little corner. It's still there today. That's where I sat from 4 years old to college, dreaming. And I never dreamed of the opportunity to have the life that I've had and the experience I've had, and definitely not to be here tonight receiving this honor and this recognition. So thank you for giving recognition to coal miners, because if it wasn't for the coal miners, the culture of Kentucky, the support of Kentuckians for our great coal miners that make this state the lowest cost electricity generating contributor industrial rates in the nation, or east of the Mississippi. I'm so proud of them. Kelly will tell you, when I come home from the coal mine, it's the most inspirational day of that time. Whenever I need a boost, I need to just go to the coal mine and say, and be inspired. And thank you all for understanding and appreciating and supporting our industry. As so many have said, and it's true, you can't be recognized except for the people that helped you to be here, to get along, to be able to enjoy the success and develop the success. And I've got a great group that is here. They've been very loyal to our company and to me, and we've got a saying in our company, it's who you're with. And the only way we can have that success is because of the people in our company. And I love them so much, and I can't say enough about what they mean to me. And it's a tremendous honor that they're here tonight. And I want to thank Dwayne Peavy for setting the game at 9 o'clock so they would be here tonight. Because otherwise I'm sure they'd be at the game, which is where they should be. So again, for Awesome Inc. for sponsoring this or starting this, developing this idea and this concept. I am at this stage of my life where I think about the future, and one of the pillars that I have focused on for my giving, and whether it be financial, time, interest, scholarships, is really about supporting the free markets and capitalism. It pains me to see polls and conversations about the millennials that think socialism is the way of the future. We all know if it isn't for capitalism, we wouldn't be where we are today. This country wouldn't be as wealthy as it is today. We wouldn't be able to provide the leadership that we do in the world without the difference that we have here in capitalism and what made America great. So I thank you all for embracing that and supporting that and honoring that and celebrating that. I'm going to do my part till the last breath I have to continue to provide opportunities for people like a guy from Hazard, Kentucky, that never thought he had an opportunity in the world to stand up here and receive a recognition like this, so that they can have an opportunity just like I had. And that can only happen if you allow for competition, and you allow for free markets, and you allow for an environment that supports and celebrates success. So thank you all very much. I really appreciate this honor. Thank you very much.